Hello.
Hello.
Where last we left off, Brae, you had been awoken by your fair, not-so-angel
Not really
Igmar.
awoken, but...
Yes, startled perhaps, as you, Miria, Ornessa, and Glimmer are facing Igmarel, who has kneeling before you this member of the Silkfleet Guard. Not in the best situation, but he has just told you that you've been summoned regarding your aunt. And I believe the last thing you asked was, what happened or how is she?
Yeah.
To which, now that we've resolved a little behind-the-scenes session with some previous party members.
It was really fun. And low-key terrifying.
Yes. But he sort of looks to you with frightened eyes and says, "She's dead, my lady."
She'll kind of like furrow her brow and like cock her head to the side.
I'm sorry.
That's impossible.
I've been told it happened this morning, some time ago. I was sent dispatched to tell you.
And she didn't come back?
No, I believe. Well, we're still sorting everything out.
No one brought her back?
I'm not sure. I don't understand.
At this point, you kind of like start like... We go now.
Yeah, Miria's kind of like packing up. She's confused. This is her like mentor, like...
Yeah.
It's almost a lord. Her lady that she like serves under. Just this isn't right. Is that possible?
Unless they got into her things, but it shouldn't be possible.
It wouldn't be possible for...
How do you get us there? I'll turn to like the guard. How are we getting there?
He's kind of cradling his arm. I was
sorry about
teleported
that.
to your ship, the Opulence.
I'll cure wounds real quick.
Yeah, you zing.
Fix his broken arm.
Yeah, I'll roll a little dice. What's your mod?
It's my plus wisdom? Charisma.
Yeah.
6.
Cool. He heals 11 HP. As he sort of like stands up, I thank you, hesitantly stands up looking over at Igmarel, who's just like staring down at him. Yes, there's going to be a teleportation circle activated on your ship. We'll be back in the Silk Fleet, and your ship will remain here, but we can return for it afterwards. There is to be, I believe your family was looking to see you, and there is, kind of like lowers his voice a little bit, there is a will that will be read out. I haven't been told any details or anything of that sort, but I'm told it is likely that you'll be involved somehow.
I trust I will. Let's go.
Yes.
And I'll like gather all of our stuff up quickly and...
Yep.
Meow.
Ornessa will scoop up Miria for the flight.
Oh, I can't fly.
Oh, you can't fly. Ooh, then they'll have to...
Because...
You'll walk out. Oh, no sleep.
Yeah.
Right. As,
I will haste myself, though.
fair, you can get down there quick.
And haul it.
Yeah. Running on down. Some of the guards kind of give you like a
Maybe
weird...
I'll expeditious retreat as well. I'm just getting there with concentration.
I mean, Igmarel can still fly you up. It's more trips. 'Cause she has to do Glimmer, this guy, and then you.
Well, Ornessa can grab me.
Oh, no. Always. Ornessa will then gladly scoop you up. It's like, oh yeah, I got you, Brae.
Thank you. Beautiful.
Sets you down. Aboard the ship, you do have, I believe, some prisoners.
I do.
Yes.
From
session 1. The halflings who raided the Temple of Lyra. Have they been fed? No, they're probably not looking too hot. But Igmarel will sort of like drag one of them out. Sort of, we have prisoners. Are we bringing them?
Can we?
To teleportation circle, I suppose so.
They're from the... Lyra said she didn't like what happened. I was bringing them back for Valencia to question, actually.
Do we need them anymore?
No. Maybe
Should have like handful of hair just looking at this one.
toss them off.
So we'll go over and just kind of like kicks him off. You're high enough up; it doesn't fall damage is enough. She sort of turns. There is another thing. The Silk Fleet has access to our ship by means of a teleportation circle. In this specific instance, I would say it's fortunate for us. But we should look at removing it in the future.
It's not a bad idea.
As you all gather around, sort of on like the bottom deck here in the storage area, the guard kind of kneels, pulls forth a sending stone, holds it up and activates it. A few seconds later, the little circle begins to glow. Sort of, yes, it's a remote activation, very, very fancy, but if we just step through, it should be fine. I'll go first if that's all right.
Please.
Yes, and he steps through, and as soon as his foot lands, he's gone.
Yeah.
Igmarel sort of, we do trust this one.
How far does the telepathy go with Ornessa and I?
Ornessa can be anywhere on the plane.
Cool. Ornessa,
Yeah.
would you want to go next?
Okay, I can go on the ethereal plane if it's anything scary.
And just let me know.
Yeah.
Let me know, and then I'll get you back.
She kind of like steps through. Oh, Brae, it's fine.
I'll step through.
As you and everyone else behind you kind of.
Nice.
As for Glimmer, this is the first time aboard the Silk Fleet.
Oh. Welcome to my home.
She immediately starts gasping for air. You, Igmarel, Miria have all been climatized to this, but occasionally the fleet will ascend to what we'll call dangerous heights. So she's sort of like, kind of like, not choking, but like kind of concerned, breathing deeply. As it seems the fleet, in times of distress, tends to ascend like this, for safety reasons. But she was sort of kind of like, Brae, it's very thin up here.
I'm so sorry. I guess you would probably not be acclimatized to such heights.
No.
You should get used to it in a few days. Breathe from here, and I'll like put my hand on her stomach. Like, breathe from here.
Thank you.
Yeah, deep breaths. Really fill the lungs, fill the diaphragm.
Oh yes.
And don't forget to breathe. Obviously.
Of course.
You might need to breathe a little more than normal.
So as you step out of this circle, you are on the deck of this massive airship called the Grand Shade. For our listeners.
Yeah. I was like, what?
Yeah. Massive. It stretches out in all directions. There is, such is the size of this ship, that, as the name might suggest, it casts shadows over cities, over whole kingdoms, they say. Though it is one of many hundreds of ships that make up this fleet. Such as its size, there are almost like a dock within that airships can like descend into for maintenance. You don't see any sign of your mothership, the Ivory Justice. However, there are airships docked all over. You can see what look to be like the smoldering remains of airships. Kind of orange glows in the night.
Where's the Ivory Justice?
Sort of like looking around here.
Look around for it. I assume she would be here for this.
Make a perception check.
I think that's just 16. Give me 10 seconds. 16.
16? Yeah.
Such a difference in perception.
Yeah, right. It takes you a little bit because you're kind of like scanning. It's dark. It's just kind of like you're getting torchlight. But you can see what looks like vaguely the deck's silhouette. Just much further out. Why it left, it's hard to say. Perhaps something else has been going on with that. But as you are sort of walking out across the deck, the guard who took you here sort of, yes, we're going to be meeting in the War Council chamber. It'll be a small event. Kind of like looks at your pals. Only those you trust.
Glimmer and Miria, I apologize, but if you don't mind waiting, Miria, could you take her to the Glorious? That's where Miria usually was serving, right?
Yeah.
If you don't mind, we'll come and grab you after.
She nods. Of course, I imagine I'll be made busy there. And she sort of like guides Glimmer.
Oh, do I let Ornessa and Igmaril come? And we'll meet you there to the soldier.
Of course, yes. He turns and just head off.
And I'll counsel with the girls.
Yeah.
I can't believe she's dead. How did my mother not bring her back?
Merle kind of like leans in. Perhaps there was a feud, or it is possible Valencia is simply in hiding. We don't know the details just yet.
But she would surely tell me if she was in hiding.
Yes, I expect so. But if there was a threat against her life, if it perhaps was that serious, could it be that... Kind of like catches herself and stops. Vanessa sort of, yeah, Valencia can't die.
Right?
Yeah, she promised you so many things.
Well, I guess we'll see what's happening, and I'll go with
Sure.
Igmaril and Ornessa.
As you're heading along...
Before we enter, I want to turn to them.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever's said in here stays between us until we get to know our friends a little more.
Igmaril just kind of gives a nod, of course.
Turn to Ornessa.
So, oh yes, of course.
Wonderful. And we'll head in.
Yep. As you are heading in, you pass by a number of concerned faces. Some of which you recognize.
Mm-hmm.
All of which you recognize.
I was going to say some.
You recognize there is a halfling here. Brown hair kind of tied back. Real jovial expression usually. You know this is Lord Welby of the Banner Good Barrel.
Oh, Welby's here.
Kind of speaking in hushed tones with two of his sort of attendants.
Mm-hmm.
He'll look to you and kind of give like a half wave and kind of a nod.
I'll, with a very solemn, kind of trying to hold it in, give him like a nod.
Yeah. You also pass by red-eyed Sorelia, Valencia's younger sister.
Mm-hmm.
Auntie C.
I'll kind of go take a seat beside her and just, I don't know how this could have happened.
She kind of takes your hand in hers.
Is it true?
It is.
But how is she not brought back?
I don't know. I've tasted of this grief before, Brae. I knew always that something like this would happen one day. But
I didn't think it would. She kind of say under her breath. So it's true then.
Yes. It
and
happened
with that, she'll
eventually.
eyes start to well up. Confusion turning more into realization.
Yes.
And wrap her arms around Sorelia.
Mm-hmm.
Are her kids here?
Sorelia's kids are not.
No.
No.
Grover?
No.
Is her husband.
Yes.
He's not here.
just Sorelia.
Just Sorelia, okay.
Sitting next to you would be, I guess, Ornessa and Igmaril.
Oh, I just want to sit for a hug and then keep going up.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, you can. There's a few seats kind of. It's like a loose circle. Almost,
Is Lyra here?
Not yet.
Not yet.
However, there is one family member here.
And then?
Yes, your elder brother.
I'll go take a seat beside him.
Yes, very smartly dressed in the black, with just like a little hint of purple, the Summerwell colors. You'd be pretty aware that there is some betrothal stuff that was going on that never really materialized. He sits kind of like proper posture.
Is it Valencia and Ed's kid?
What's that?
No, Mary's too old, never mind.
It's almost like a deadpan expression, like he hasn't really reacted to this yet.
Yeah. I'll sit and kind of just not really look at him, just kind of put my hand on his knee and give it a little squeeze, like a I'm here for you kind of.
Kind of like looks down.
I'll turn.
Brae, sorry I didn't see you there.
That's okay. How are you faring? When did you find out?
Earlier today, around noon, I think. Word was there was an attack on our fleet.
I saw the remnants of that.
Yes, there were
smoking ships.
A series of thefts meant to draw our forces to the fringes of the fleet, and then I believe Valencia and your mother, Mom, traveled to meet someone, and there was a fight or something. I'm not sure of the details just yet.
And Mom didn't protect her? Didn't bring her back?
I don't know. I've questioned her about it. I've questioned Father. If I find out who did this,
I'll kill them.
One of us will.
I'll like give his leg another squeeze and give him a nod.
Yeah.
And just kind of fold my hands. Not fold, but put them on my lap. Just chilling. Just vibing at the funeral or the will.
Just
will
posing.
reading.
In that case, Igmarl and Ornessa will sit behind you, sort of flanking you.
Mm-hmm.
As with Cerelia there, the doors kind of creak open. And your mother strides through. Have we had a proper introduction of your mother? I know she's appeared.
I don't remember. It would have been session 1.
Yes. I don't actually think we had a description there. But your mother, long red hair, wood elf, recent goddess, so radiant.
Not so recent.
Well, for her, pretty recent. 30 years, yeah. Immaculate dress, probably.
Immaculate dress.
Yes. Kind of dominates the entire room in terms of just like...
its presence.
Yes. She will stride up, take a seat, sort of like on the opposite end of yours. She will kind of like look to you, say, Brae, Annan, how are you holding up?
She'll kind of like give her like a almost inquisitive like look up and down. Been better?
Yes. There have been a series of attacks against our house and against the fleet. I'm doing what I can to make sure this doesn't happen again. A number of spells have been cast. We'll talk about passwords and the like. But it will be very difficult to do something like this to us again.
She holds her composure.
Oh. At that...
Her mother does have a temper. It's only...
Yeah.
It's only fair she would inherit something.
At this, the Kaiserine, Lady Aramie, sort of walks up quietly to a podium. You can see her eyes are kind of puffy red a little bit, still processing all this. You would know that her and Valencia were very close.
Yeah.
She has in her hand this kind of crumpled piece of paper. Looks very small. There's a little bit of writing on it. She wears the same 4-pointed red star as Anethius, your father, and with a little rapier at her belt, kind of this like the Napoleonic looking uniform. Sort of, I thank you all for coming here. We'll get through this, and then, well, I know preparations have already started in some areas for the dismantling of certain things. We're still sorting out what to do about a funeral. There don't appear to be any remains available.
I'll kind of like turn and like give like a look to like a questioning look to like Igmarl and Ornessa and be like, no remains? Like I don't know if we know, like, she's not high enough level to have seen the disintegrate spell.
Yes.
So it's mostly like usually there's
something.
Charred, like there's something.
Yes.
Unless it's like teleported away or...
Ornessa doesn't really know what it means either. Igmarel is definitely like brow furrowed, like kind of thinking about this. As Jeremy pulls out this very small little note and begins to just read. As it stands, Valencia names Sorelia, her successor, to the Banner Summerwell.
Yeah.
All of her gold and her airship, which is the Summerwell sort of ancestral airship, go to Sorelia, along with all the crew, the holdings, family titles, responsibilities, all that.
I was kind of like, not mutter to herself in her head, be like, I don't get any gold from her.
All of Valencia's magical trinkets, weapons, scrolls, and artifacts would be named to Honoria, her elder sister, who sort of gave herself to the temple of the war god Tempest, so she would inherit titles. But since Honoria is deceased as of a few years ago, the next in line is Lyra. So all
cool.
trinkets, weapons, scrolls, artifacts to her.
Nice.
Her personal writings, so all of her poetry, her scholarly things she's written, along with jewelry and some select magic items, go to Lady Aramy, to the Silk Fleet proper. To Brae, she offers a small magic chest, which she says is located aboard her airship, along with 2,000 gold. And that seems to be it. And immediately Aramy kind of moves on. Enin receives her book of poems.
Can I like insight if that was actually it, or if she just kind of brushed past something?
Sure.
Oh, that's not bad, but I know my modifier is. 15.
15. Yeah, you can't really get much of a read. It seems that it's much less than the others got, but small magic chest, 2,000 gold. Enin receives a book of poems, a diamond necklace worth 500 gold, and a magical goblet, which is named as one of the exceptions to where the magic items are going.
Nice.
Enin doesn't react. With that, she simply just folds up the paper. I've already begun to send people to clear out the Glorious as we move to sort this all out. If you'll excuse me, it's been a long day and I'm going to get some rest now. Go in peace. Sort of bows a little her head. You've never seen the Kaiserine this like humbled by events. So she just kind of like hastily kind of leaves, kind of like wiping at her eyes a little bit. Sorelia is kind of like hands folded in prayer.
Does Lyra hear them?
Yeah. Lyra's sitting there just like, Lyra, bring back Valencia. As sort of things are moving about here, Igmarel kind of like leans in. No, she'll lean over, and then you just hear telepathically, Brae, it's Renessa.
I figured.
Igmarel wants to know if you think that was suspicious.
I feel like I was like the fact that I only got a chest.
And you're behind. Yes, yeah, or that maybe. Well, Igmarel says that it looks like there was already some activity on the ship. Like people were clearing stuff off already.
Of her, the Glorious.
Yes, like some of her crew was. So maybe
we interrogate the crew. We can get Miria to ask them. She might be helping them as we speak.
Yeah, and we can make sure maybe that they don't get your chest.
Grab my mom, get my chest. We can talk to Lyra later. And with that, we'll
stand and head.
Boot, scoot, and boogie on over to the Glorious.
On your way there, you can see that the Ivory Justice has landed. There is a figure kind of like propped up against one of the walls outside, arms folded, kind of almost like looks like he's glaring at you at first. He's kind of like side eyeing you.
Is it Victor?
Yeah. Black hair kind of pulled over one eye.
Oh, my friend.
He really likes the uniforms here because it's the fitted black.
Yeah.
He kind of like pops the collar a little bit.
Oh, ew.
So, Brae, what happened? I heard like your aunt's dead or something. Are you okay?
I forgot about Victor. I will be. If you'll excuse me, though, I have some important business to take care of. I'll come back. And I'll turn and not really wait for a response, but like turn and
yeah. Also okay.
Yeah.
Kind of trails off as you make your way to the Glorious.
Mm-hmm.
As you are arriving there, most of the activity seems like it's been very swift. Like people have been like clearing stuff off. There is like furniture laid across the deck of the Grand Shade. People are like carrying things down this deck. And you can see Miria there, sort of leaning over the deck with Glimmer. They're having like a chat.
Can I find like the person that's in charge of the Glorious?
Yes.
I'm assuming I would know who that is. Like the attendant in charge of keeping the ship.
Mm-hmm.
I'll like tag the first person I see or whatever. And where's?
Yeah. They will. You'll be pointed in the direction of the kind of captain of the shift, Rosalind Brandier.
Oh, you got a name real quick.
Yeah. Is a human gentleman who sort of served the Summerwells for quite some time.
Male.
Yes.
Hmm.
The son of a gentleman who also served previously, so he's
Rasnier.
inherited. Rosalind.
Rosalind.
Yes. Last name Brandier. Sort of greets you. My lady.
Hello. I was gifted a chest, and I've come to collect.
Gifted a chest.
I was told it was on board the ship.
Oh, we've been working for the past few hours clearing this out for Lady Lyra and Lady Aramie.
I would like my due.
I see. This is kind of like looks. Most of this is just fare from above. We're bringing it over for Sorelia to appraise in the morning. Most of I couldn't tell you where the chest is. Maybe on one of the lower decks. Her revelry chambers are down there. The throne room and
Ew.
for the events, the parties. Perhaps down there. He like lowers his voice a little bit. None of us have been permitted down there at the moment, though there have been several of Lyra and Aramie's guards who are down there collecting magic items and the like. We've encountered no special chest for you, though.
You said you haven't been through those.
Not the lower decks. The upper decks we've encountered no chest, but the lower decks...
Yeah, I'll head to like her... I guess if there was like her rever chambers, dorm room, whatever, or if there was like a study where she would do any tutoring or where we would hang out.
Yeah. The chamber for tutoring and the like...
Is in the upper decks?
Would be in the upper decks.
Okay, then I'll go down to...
No, it would be lower decks.
Okay.
Yeah. But are you heading down?
I'll go down to like where her area of the ship was. Yeah.
Okay. In that case. As you descend... you enter into the lobby. You head down this it's almost like a cruise ship where there's a balcony that opens up like a theater.
Cool.
With two sets of kind of half spiraling semicircle stairs that go down. Everything here is furnished immaculately in this like purple kind of velvet look, like this dark purple.
Cool.
It's very dimly lit here. There's like candles floating on the ceiling, just kind of hovering. Old spells, but ones that are very permanent.
Mm-hmm.
There are cushioned seats everywhere. However, immediately you would notice several bodies stacked on the left side, like shriveled corpses. And sitting in front of a doorway there to your left. There is a gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
Very large horns. They go up, and then a second set that hooks like a ram's. So you got like the full silhouette going.
Oh.
Bright red skin. Black bat wings. In my most modest description, he is wearing sandals.
Oh, is it an incubus?
Yes.
Okay.
And immediately you feel, because you're here with Igmaril and Ornessa,
Yeah.
grabbing your arm, like cradling it.
Yeah.
You're, danger. Brae, no, you come this way. She's just like pull you away.
I want my chest.
Okay, but like, that's not your chest.
What if he knows where it is?
Kind of like looks like he's giving like a little wave.
I'll start walking down.
Yeah, you kind of like descend.
I'll like look at the bodies. Are they like fresh?
You can see some of them have garb of like Lyra's attendants on them, like her kind of waterfall symbol.
Do they look like what happens when Ornessa
Yes.
kisses someone?
Yeah. As you descend though, you can hear this kind of like gurgling sound as there's another sofa on the other side, and behind it there's something moving. As the incubus sort of...
And you are?
I'm simply an attendant of the late Lady Summerwell, someone who it seems was left behind. I've just been instructed. Well, I've taken it upon myself to guard some of Valencia's more personal chambers. You are Brae.
I am. What did he say his name was?
Did not give a name.
Oh. And you are?
I go by Kersen Rend. I serve wine.
She has her own Ornessa.
Yep. Now, I would advise you steer clear of the room opposite us.
Which, the one that's like the one on
He
the left?
gestures, yeah, with the sofa and then something behind it. I'm not the only one of my kind who was left here. But the others have begun to starve. It's
Why don't you leave?
sort of like looks at the pile next to him. I haven't been instructed to starve myself. I figured I would.
By Valencia.
Yes. Before she left.
She's not coming back.
I know.
Yet you still are loyal.
I still have hunger, and if souls keep trying to gain access to the room behind me, I see no reason to hold back.
Is my chest in there?
I don't know anything about a chest. Tell me, are you here to steal from the Lady Valencia?
I am not. I was gifted it upon her death.
A likely story that I know of no chest. Many have come here looking for things that don't belong to them. There are some through there, and he points like the double doors directly ahead.
Mm-hmm.
And there are others who tried to go elsewhere.
Well, they're clearing out the ship. Lady Sorelia is taking over. I assume they'll be down soon enough to clear out down here as well.
Kind of like hisses, kind of, Lady Sorelia. Valencia spoke of her often. Doesn't seem I'll have the same freedoms I do here.
I doubt that.
No. In time it will be my opportunity to leave this place. But I've not felt threatened yet, so I Have you come to gain access to the room behind me?
You said that's where she keeps her magical items?
There is like a moment. Some of them, yes. His eyes kind of like twinkle a little bit, but he's not able to charm you.
Nice.
Yeah. As you're immune.
Do I realize that, having like a lot of being able to, and
Make an insight.
No.
What did you roll?
Like an 8.
You rolled a nat 1.
Oh, nice.
He might actually have the shenanigans. Deception. Yeah, he beats you. An 8 doesn't have any modifiers.
No.
Okay. Yeah, you can't tell.
Yeah.
Sort of sitting there. Well, if you would seek access. I'll like thinks for a minute.
I just wish to see what's in there.
You've not been in before?
I would assume I haven't been in here.
Well.
No, like asking again.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, no. Because I think we probably stuck to... I'm guessing I've been in this room for like like a ball or something.
Yes, and you've been further in for like the study. And
yeah.
Like that. You sort of... Well, in that case, I suppose I can mix myself a drink.
Can I say telepathically to Ornessa?
Yep.
Can you charm someone like him?
She's gonna read her charm effect. No, it has to be a humanoid.
It has to be humanoid, okay.
Sort of,
Darn!
no.
That would have been pretty funny.
We would need to cast a spell for something like that. As he sort of like stands up from his little cushion seat, kind of stretches.
Mm-hmm.
Well, enjoy yourself, but not too much. This is supposed to be somber after all. And makes his way over to the, there's underneath the balcony, there's like a little bar set up.
Mm-hmm. You said you had brothers that begun to starve.
Kind of like points to the couch where like
the gurgling?
Yeah, behind.
Oh.
Yes, I had 2 siblings. They've begun to fuse, I believe.
Like together?
Yes, there's no soul between them.
Ew.
But as they starve, they begin to kind of like lace his fingers together into something disturbing.
And you're just gonna leave them?
Sort of, what am I supposed to do? Valencia told them not to eat, so they won't.
What happens if they I'll kind of put my fingers together and fully close my hands?
Sort of shrugs. They'll become something horrifying, I'm sure. Something hellish.
Can we...
But
Should we deal with that?
sort of shrugs. It's not my airship. And he goes to just pouring himself a drink. Besides, I can step into the ethereal plane if something happens.
Can they?
I've never seen it. But who knows how much of them will be left at the end.
Ooh,
So let's go for a drink.
I'll tell Ornessa telepathically. Do you know what happens if 2 of them fuse?
She's still holding onto your arm. I don't know, Brae. This is really weird.
I'll make my way over to the door.
This is the revelry chamber here.
Mm-hmm.
The main door you would know, the throne room is kind of beyond it. Yeah. And then the opposite door is kind of like a vault. But the door is kind of open a little bit. People have already kind of been in.
Mm-hmm.
However, as I pull this up.
Roll initiative.
Not quite. You enter into this room. It's pitch dark. With a magical darkness.
Oh.
As you kind of step in.
Oh, I can see.
In magical darkness?
Yep.
Ooh, how far?
Devil's sight.
Oh, you have devil's sight.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I think it's 120 feet.
Nice. Yeah. It doesn't last long because stepping in, eventually the torches will be into ignite. In kind of shades of orangish pink.
Uh-huh.
Kind of different, kind of warm colors.
Mm-hmm.
As you are in this sort of, call it a revelry chamber.
Red room.
More of these these kind of curved cushion seats.
Uh-huh.
2 of them flanking with lots of other sofas and the like, all very heavily padded. What looks to be like two like lion skin rugs, a low kind of table with this strange apparatus on it. Looks to be some sort of like pipe system for like smoking.
Oh, like a hookah.
Kind of like a hookah, yeah. There is also like a very fine bottle of wine pitched up on the little table itself. But very quickly it becomes clear that this revelry chamber maybe isn't the kind of depravity that it seems. This looks more like a torture chamber.
So it's worse than the depravity that it seemed.
Probably. As there are 3 figures chained at the wrists, bags over the heads, very clear signs of like bleeding underneath. Just kind of like chained up against the opposite wall. Valencia sort of, or Valencia, Ornessa sort of like, oh, Brae, this is strange.
This is alarming. Not what I was expecting to find in a revelry chamber.
Oh yeah, Valencia told me about this a little bit. She brings bad people in here. For,
feeding.
Well, for Lyra, but also for feeding. Like she does, like if there's people who like don't like Lyra, she'll like get them.
Yes. Well, has the bottle of wine been opened?
No.
Yoink.
Yoink?
Yeah.
As you go up to it in Yoink, there is a door to the right. Just called, there's a little
Plaque?
inscription on it that just says education.
Well, I'll like look back. We have to know what's in there.
As you say that, one of the chain figures goes, who's there?
No one?
Please, I don't want any trouble anymore.
What is he wearing?
Probably like just like rough spun pants. So it like slashes up on his kind of chest, torso. Sort of. I've already said. I'll pray to Lyra. We've renounced Eldath. That's what you wanted, isn't it?
Oh
and
my
you,
god!
You do begin to recognize this voice.
As?
One of the high priests from the temple you were at.
I'll walk over.
Yeah.
And I'll pull his hood off.
So, oh, Brae.
Oh, Brae.
Oh, please. It's over. Please, we don't mean any harm or trouble.
Is this why you wanted his name? I don't think I caught your name before.
I don't believe I gave it. Hopefully. Well, it's a continuity error.
I don't think you did, because I would have written it down.
My name is Chalice.
Chalice.
Yes.
Like chalice, but A.
Chaelys?
So like chalice, but Che.
Sure, yeah, I have
And who are these?
They're attendants of mine. I'm not sure. I haven't seen them.
See, Chalice, we have a bit of an issue. We were ambushed outside of your temple.
Ambushed?
By some... Did they say they were from the Imperium?
Yes.
Imperium guards.
Oh, kind of like recognition there. I don't know anything about that. I just, I'm sorry for what must have happened, but I had nothing to do with me.
I'll like pull out the staff that I got and just start like tapping it, like kind of like tapping it over my shoulder of like, you really didn't want us to have this, did you, Chalice? Chalice?
Oh no, not at the time, but your Your aunt has been very persuasive.
Oh, where did I put it? There it is. How's she now?
Yes, I've renounced our death. She says we will convert to Lyra, and we shall, and she won't give us back our temple, but we'll be released and allowed to live, she says. There's like kind of a hovering kind of like, Brae.
Uh-huh.
They keep saying that name. Why are they praying to Lyra?
Who is this?
This is Ornessa. I think they should be saying your name instead of hers.
You know what? I was just thinking that. I was actually gonna say.
Yeah.
You know what sounds even better than Lyra?
What?
Brae.
It's a moment of like realization there. You would have us worship you.
Lyra wanted nothing to do with the temple. I don't know why she sent Valencia, if she did, or if Valencia chose to go on her own after I told her what was there. But... oh, Ornessa, I'm oh so hungry.
Ornessa kind of like sidles up next to the gentleman here, the high priest. Sort of, Brae. You should stand right there.
Where?
Opposite.
Opposite?
Yeah.
I'll stand opposite.
Okay.
Give me a second. Can I like how strong does he look? He's like, does he look like he could take a beating?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, like a big beating.
He's not looking that great. He's not bloodied, but
my friend here is very lovely, don't you think?
the fiend.
Yes.
If you say as much.
Can I have a wisdom saving throw on him?
Fiendish charm. Oh. It's a base 15.
Any
I
modifiers?
believe that is. Pull it up here. That is an 18.
Oh, it passes.
What were you casting?
Don't worry about it.
Okay, sure.
Oh. Let's try that again.
It's higher.
It's higher?
Yeah.
Try it again.
That's better.
Is it less than a 15?
It's less than a 15.
Or less than what you rolled last time?
Yes. Yeah. It's
less than an 18.
I think a 13 total.
Cool.
Yeah.
Submit, and then I'll like snap to Ornessa.
Yeah. Was that a suggestion?
Command.
Ooh. Ornessa kind of like.
I don't know if it'll work as like a tandem.
Sure.
But
she could also like charm him or something.
well, that's what. No. That's what. Submit.
Oh.
So then he
Yeah.
trying to like submit to the charm. I don't know if that would work, but
yeah. He's an elf, so sorry, I shouldn't have rolled with disadvantage. It would have just been normal. But he failed both of them.
Nice.
So he kind of like turns to Ornessa, kind of like bats her eyes. So like, all right, Brae, this is gonna be your first time doing this.
Yeah.
So like, we should go get your phylactery.
We should.
Yeah. So I assume you do that.
We do that.
Whatever that looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Igmarel sort of. Brae, would you like me to wait outside?
It's your choice.
She takes a seat with the wine. Oh, you took the wine bottle.
I took the wine bottle.
She takes a seat, just kind of like legs crossed, kind of like waiting. Vanessa's like, all right. Now, last time it got kind of like
messy.
Yeah, kind of sucked.
Yeah.
But now,
I think he looks a little worse for wear.
kind of like looks up at him. Oh yeah. Kind of like tail kind of coils.
Mm-hmm.
Now, who's the goddess you're gonna serve? Sort of, Brae.
Will you serve me with your life?
Absolutely. Of course.
Excellent.
All right. Now, I'm just kind of like thinking, like, how are we going to do this? Now, what kind of... I don't know what the best way to do this is. Do you want to, like, be part of it? Or, like, you just want to watch it happen?
Well, you have to just get the soul and put it in the phylactery.
Yeah. But, like, okay. Well, then you don't have to wait here. You can just watch.
Well, I'm standing beside her,
Yeah.
so...
Well, you're opposite, she pointed.
Oh, so it's like...
you, her, and then the guy's here.
So it's kind of like a triangle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just stand beside her.
Yeah. She was kind of like, okay. She kind of like takes your hand.
Hold hand.
Now, okay, yes. She was kind of like thinking about it, like, oh, what I'm gonna do, trying to make it like fancy. She'd get a little kiss, or she'll kind of like draw him in for a kiss.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter, it's fine. I rolled 1d10 and it was enough, and I'm like,
Nice.
She will plant a kiss upon him,
Mm-hmm.
and you watch as the body kind of like withers,
Mm-hmm.
and she will kind of like turn.
I'll hold my phylactery out.
She will place a kiss on it.
Nice.
And then you watch as like this light kind of like comes
Mm-hmm.
out from her throat and kind of into your phylactery.
Cool.
At which point she kind of like looks back, kind of like, wow, that made me really tired.
Like exhausted, tired?
Well, like I ate a lot of food and then had to throw it up.
Well, do I feel like a...
Yeah, you feel like...
How do I feel?
For you, it's like this like...
Rejuvenation.
You've been rejuvenated.
Like, oh.
And
Well,
she sort of...
I feel great.
Oh, that's wonderful. She's going to go give you a big hug.
I'll give her a hug. Well, there are 2 more. I'll kind of like poke one of them. Have at it. I'm going to go deal with this.
Okay.
And I'll go to put my phylactery away.
Mm-hmm.
While she
Eats. She's just, she's having fun with it.
Mm-hmm.
Igmarel's just sort of sitting there, kind of like eyeing the little like pipe setup.
Yeah.
Sort of, well, seems you're having fun.
That, I won't lie, that was exhilarating.
Kind of like frowns. Oh, really?
I feel better than I have in a long time. Ever, I would say.
Maybe we'll make a fiend of you yet, but if you enjoy yourself, that's what matters.
Now let's find this box, shall we?
Stands up, kind of like heavily. Do we want to try that door there? Do we want to head back to the lobby?
I would like to try that door.
Igmarel will go over and kind of like open it up for you.
Mm-hmm.
At which point I need you immediately... What is your passive perception?
10, I think.
10.
Yeah.
Then you are going to be surprised by this thing.
Even though I knew there was stuff in it. Okay. Yeah, no, it's just a 10. Oh. It couldn't be easy.
Roll me initiative.
Ooh, that is 15.
15.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This thing will go first because its stealth beats your passive.
I think anything stealth beats my passive.
As you open this door up,
Mm-hmm.
You're looking into a room with look to be like there's 5 spell scrolls on a shelf.
Mm-hmm.
There are what look to be like a set of like manacles.
Yeah.
And maybe some other goodies as well. Look to be some potions.
Any chests?
No chest that you can see, but as you're looking,
Mm-hmm.
there's this sort of wet, like kind of sound
Ew.
as a gelatinous cube is going to push itself
Oh my goodness.
around you, and Igmarel as well. I will need. What will I need? Dexterity saving throws.
Oof. Let's do... Oh, that was so good, and then it was definitely a fail.
What was your roll?
7.
Okay. You and Igmar will both fail this
Mm-hmm.
and are sucked up into the cube.
Oh.
You are both restrained.
Mhm.
Neither of you can breathe.
Oh.
You take 22 points of acid damage.
Acid, you say?
Yes. You do take acid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Built this just for that. How many?
22.
Whoa.
Igmarel as well takes this. That is its surprise round. Ornessa's just, she's just having a lovely time. She's already moved on to the second person here. She kind of like turns and kind of like this little peep of shock. Brae! Sort of telepathically. As
Help me!
It is
Telepathically.
Now, your initiative was...
15.
Okay, so then you are now first.
Nice. If I'm using a staff to cast a weapon, do I still have to, like the Staff of Cold, I still have to do the components of the spell, like verbal?
Yes.
Okay, cool. And I can't, correct?
Well, technically it says you're engulfed and... it says you can't breathe, so yeah, no.
Okay. Can I try and get out?
Yep, you can make me a strength check using your action.
Ooh, give me a second. See if there's any spells I can cast that aren't verbal. Oh, that's... Oh, can... Theoretically, what would happen if I froze this creature?
Oh, I don't know. You can certainly try.
I'm gonna try and get out.
Okay. Strength check.
Give me 2 seconds, because I just want to make sure that this ability... It's kind of hard playing a couple different characters, because
Yeah, fair.
I gotta see what abilities are whose. Oh, that's a strength saving throw or check?
Strength check.
Strength check.
Yes.
That's a 12.
12 does not pass. At which point...
Can I... Oh, I already know. Never mind.
Ah.
Give me... Wait. Possibly changing the outcome. It doesn't specify before or after you know.
What is the
Favored
feature?
by the gods.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
7. So...
17? Or 18?
19.
19.
17.
Yes.
7 plus 2 is
Yes.
9.
I can math. You were able to swim your way out. Kind of
As my action?
That is your action.
As a bonus action, I think. Give me a second.
Oh, jeez.
I would like to... Oh! I have sorcery points. You silly goose! As a bonus action, I'm gonna cast... Oh, Igmarel's in there. I'm gonna... cast Armor of Agathis on myself.
Sure. You can cast as a bonus action.
With sorcery points I can.
Ah, okay. You do that.
With my meta magic.
Igmarel will attempt to break out. And does so very easily. It's kind of like swimming her way out. Kind of like plops down here.
Get it!
Alright. And she will attempt to step out of range, which gets an opportunity attack against her.
Mm-hmm.
Which will not hit.
Nice.
At which point then it goes to Ornessa. So, wait, what do you want me to do?
Can you whack it with something?
Kind of like sticks out her claws. Kind of like heads on over and makes 2 like little slashing attacks.
Nice.
And like just to hit it with her tail. Kind of like just jiggles.
Yeah. My money don't jiggle on my phone.
I hate that her tail doesn't do anything, but the claw attacks do.
Nice. Oh, the tail should be like a slap. Like bludgeoning.
It is.
Oh.
Yeah, and it grapples.
Oh. Oh yeah.
Cool. It takes some damage.
Nice.
As it is now, I believe it goes you, then it. So you're up.
It's my turn?
Yes. Oh, sorry.
It got a surprise.
I missed its turn, so it would go. Yeah, we'll say it gets to go again because it goes and then you go and then it goes. So it'll make a pseudopod attack against you.
What's that?
A bit of it kind of like stretches out and like bonks you.
Oh, whacks me.
Does a 22 hit?
Shield.
Shield? Okay. And then it is your turn.
My turn, you say?
Yes.
I'm going to haste Igmaril.
Oh no. Okay. Now it is this thing's turn again.
Nice.
And
then I want to step back.
Sure.
Like to the edge of the room.
Sure. Igmaril would have burned its reaction this turn.
Yeah, it would.
But now, sorry, it goes and then she goes.
Okay.
So it's going to...
And that's after my turn, so I get my shield back?
Yes.
Okay.
It is going to
reaction.
attack and then engulf Ornessa. Because she's the one on it. It rolls a nat 1. And then it will attempt to engulf her, which it fails. She's going to kind of like flap her wings and get like prone against the ceiling. Like, Brae, I don't like this. As Igmaril will step forward. Lowest she rolled was well over 20.
Get it, Igmaril!
Oh, and she gets a hasted action. Plus, I believe that's that.
How many?
I don't want to talk about it.
How many?
No, you don't know. She makes a series of attacks that like cleave chunks out of this thing.
Nice.
It doesn't split when it takes slashing damage like some oozes, so parts of it are just like falling off and melting.
Yeah.
Say it's taken 3 digits now. As after her turn, it goes to Ornessa.
Nice.
Who just sort of she'll keep trying to kind of claw it. She's like up on the ceiling,
Flying up.
Yeah, kind of clawing down.
I love it.
Crits.
Yeah, she does. My girl.
Second claw attack misses, and the tail misses. Okay. As she kind of like is still clawing out of here, and then she will bonus action step into the ethereal plane.
Nice.
She's kind of like clawing at it. I don't think I'm doing much, and then as it is now your turn.
How's it looking? Like, if it was is it like...
It's not looking great. It's within probably killing range. Igmaril is scary, so...
Let's do Guiding Bolt at 4th level.
Sure. Roll the hit.
20...
Yes.
1.
Incredibly, yes. This thing, we won't talk about its AC.
So that's 4, 5, 6, 76. 5, 10, 13, 14, 19, 6. 25 points of radiant damage.
135 it's at. It is still up.
The next attack on it has advantage.
Oh, wow. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
It does get a turn in. So with Ornessa not on it, it gets its pick between you and Igmaril. Igmaril's on it because she's been swinging, so it'll try and make a pseudopod attack against her. It'll hit.
Ooh!
Igmaril takes 26 points of damage.
Nice.
She's maybe not looking as great. Good. As it will then try and engulf her, which will fail because she's just kind of like parries out of the way.
Yeah.
With that, it is her turn.
Whack it, Igmaril!
Ooh. It still hits.
Oh, can she
It
miss?
still hits. She can miss on a nat 1.
Oh.
This thing has 7 AC. It's an ooze. So first attack, she just kind of like takes the longsword, puts it in like one hand, just kind of like backhands through it, and the whole thing like a soft cheese kind of loses its form.
Nice.
As this combat ends, as I quickly...
I'll keep haste up for the full minute.
Sure.
And armor bag this lasts an hour.
Now, at this point, the ooze kind of like slides and flops as Ornessa kind of like poof, back.
Well, that was gross. What color is it?
It's clear, like perfectly translucent. Like it hides by.
Oh, yeah. It looks like mucus.
Ew. Do you think Valencia used that at her parties?
Ew. That's
Like,
gross. Can I like prestidigitation it away?
she kind of like dries up little sections. Brae's like, well.
Brae? Igmar?
Ornessa.
Ornessa.
So like, well, I'm gonna go finish eating.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay,
Thanks
she
for
kinda,
helping.
Like, hops on over.
I want to look around the room.
Yeah, you step into the little vault here. There are 5 spell scrolls, a set of shackles, 3 of what looks like these kind of clay potions, and a small, like, little baggie. It's kind of like sitting on its side.
Can I go? I'll look at the spell scrolls first.
Yeah.
Can I go and...
They are labeled
in
common for your convenience, so you don't have to spend the hour here.
Nice.
I will send you what they are.
I'm gonna look through everything.
Okay, well, I'll send you the scrolls first.
Okay. On Messenger?
Yes.
Nice.
They're nothing too fancy, but you may find some use in them. As you are looking through these, they seem to be maybe a little more espionage focused. They are mostly enchantment spells.
Oh, hello. Nice.
But they seem to have a little bit of all 5 there.
Yep. Into the bag.
As you're doing that, Igmarel is going to inspect the potions. She's got nothing. At which point, Ornessa's kind of like hovering at the door. What do you see?
Can I go look at the other stuff?
Yeah.
I'll go like join Igmarel with the
potions?
Potions, yeah.
Yeah. She kind of like pops one of the caps and kind of like sniffs it.
What is it?
Just smells like blood and burning. What do you think?
Can I guidance myself and...
Take a little whiff? It smells like...
Oh.
What does Brae find attractive?
Oh my gosh!
Sense.
In terms of scents? Probably something like... earthy?
Earthy, okay.
Yeah.
Like grass or like...
Yeah, like grass and... oak?
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah. These are...
Very, like, masculine.
Yeah. These are 3 filters of love.
3 filters of love?
Yes.
Okay. What do those do?
Essentially, D&D's equivalent of like a love potion.
I love it.
And Ornessa...
Sorry, what did you say this smelled like?
Blood and burning.
Okay. Ornessa.
Kind of like looks confused. I don't smell anything.
Oh, interesting. Nothing at all?
Nothing special.
What does it smell like?
It just smells like everything else in here. You see like the colors start to rise because she starts to clue in what she's saying. You can make an insight check.
I will absolutely guidance. Oh, hello. 1922.
It just smells like you.
Oh.
As she sort of like...
Okay.
She's just like going a little red and kind of like avoiding eye contact. I know what those are. And she points at like shackles.
Mm-hmm. What?
People try to put me in those.
Oh?
Kind of like goes over and like kind of like gingerly picks them up.
I'll like hold my hand out.
Kind of like sets them down. They are dimensional shackles.
Ooh.
They don't let me do any plane hopping.
Ah.
So don't put them on me, please.
Saving those for...
Save them for what you gotta save them for.
Interesting. I'll take those and I'll put them in my bag.
Which just leaves...
Can these be taken on and off?
I believe you can take them on and put them off.
Lovely. I'll put them back in my bag.
The item has the full description.
Yeah.
Which just leaves this little bag here.
But I haven't figured out what they are, so I don't...
Yeah. Which Ibnral sort of is just like looking into. like reaches her hand in and pulls out a single seed.
What is that?
It is it's translucent.
Hmm.
Kind of like a bluish green.
Like a magic bean.
Kind of. It's more sunflower seed shape, so it's got like a point.
Interesting.
Sort of like holding it very carefully, like inspecting it.
Can I investigate it?
Yeah, make me a nature check.
Oh, can I investigate it? Guidance.
No.
Oh, that was a 17, 21, 22.
Yeah, two things come to mind. One, this is definitely not a mundane seed. It definitely appears to have some sort of magical creatureness to it. The second thing you realize is it is very alive. It almost like pulses a little bit. Whatever's in here.
It's like holding something.
Yes, like it seems like if this grows, it'll grow into something perhaps living. Igmar kind of like carefully places it back into the bag.
I'll hold my hand out.
Yeah, she kind of gives it to you.
Thank you. I'll put it in my bag.
That seems to be everything that was in this room.
Mm-hmm.
Igmar has seen what's on the scrolls.
Yeah.
She's sort of... Well, I think those scrolls were not listed in your will, or Valencia's will.
At all.
I would assume then that they go to the Silk Fleet.
I'm a member of the Silk Fleet, am I not?
Sort of gives like a half grin. Sort of.
Are there like plaques where these were, or were they just kind of hanging?
Yes, they were on like a plaque section with empty spaces for more. It just seems like it wasn't full.
Can I get rid of the labels?
Yeah, the labels were just on the scrolls.
Oh,
like
so it looks like these were just empty shelves now.
Yes, yeah.
Cool. I want to prestidigitation of the rest of the shelves to make them all look the same cleanness.
Yeah.
So it's like nothing was kind of there.
Nice. Igmar sort of... I don't mean to imply any criminal activity on your part. I don't think that's possible. I just mean to say that the contents of these scrolls will prove very useful if we are to seek our own way about this.
About what?
Sort of like, about any of this. I'm not sure... I don't believe we're sure what your ambitions are. But perhaps things like this can help us realize them.
That's what I'm hoping.
She sort of like straightens up.
If anything, this has taught me that life is precious. And kind of like a smile will like creep up across her face. And I'll continue to like search the room for anything else.
Sure. It doesn't seem like there's too much in here.
Mm-hmm.
As I'm quickly going through, you got the wine. You got all the items. Yeah, it seems like this is sort of the extent of this room here.
Cool.
Igmaral, sort of on her way back, kind of like stops and Brae. If I might lend a suggestion.
Please.
The couches, the furniture here.
We should see if we can furnish our ship.
Yes.
I was gonna ask Sorelia for some.
If you would, kind of like leads you over.
Oh, like go over?
She's like in full armor, but she kind of like pokes the cushion.
Yeah.
It's very soft.
Would you like it for your room?
Oh. She's sort of like, I could never ask that.
I will ask Sorelia what she plans on doing with some of this furniture and see if she would be so inclined. Valencia was going to help us furnish the ship.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ernesta's going and trying to like pick up one of the smaller chairs, and so that, because if she could step into the ethereal plane with it. She'd, no, okay, no, we'll get it later.
I always forget what spells I have between all of my people.
Yes.
I don't have it.
As Ornessa will kind of like hover over to the door back to the lobby. Sort of, are we gonna keep looking around in the main room?
We gotta find this chest.
Okay.
There's no other doors in this room?
Not in this room.
Okay, I'll go back to the main room.
The incubus is kind of just like lounging on top of the bar.
Uh-huh.
He's kind of got like a a goblet in his hand, just kind of like drinking out of it. Sort of, oh, you're back.
We are.
I heard what sounded like a commotion.
Nothing we couldn't handle. Very swiftly. It was probably done within like 12 seconds.
Yes. Sort of, I see. And I hope you didn't touch the food in there.
Food?
You can feel the like heat, like sort of resentment radiating off of Ornessa.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he wanted my food. Our food, Brae.
Oh. Well, we were oh so hungry.
He sort of, he almost looks disappointed, like, oh, I see. Oh, I see? Are you... Kind of like looks at your horns.
Am I?
You're not one of us, are you? He kind of like gestures to Ornessa.
I'm not unlike you.
There's a flash of interest. You're kind of interesting. Well, good luck finding what you're going to find.
Good luck surviving without your master.
I'm a lot older than she was. I think I'll be around for quite some time.
Interesting. Maybe we'll run into you again then.
Well, if you're hopping in and out of rooms, I'd be certain of it. I'm not going anywhere anytime soon.
I'm really curious about like sputtering fusion happening.
Yep. There is the door like kind of right next to where it's happening, but
What's that? What's in that door?
just marked vault.
I gotta go take a look. Can I like? How high is the ceiling here?
The ceiling here probably like 20, 25 feet.
Hey, Nessa, can you fly up and go see what's going on back there?
Okay, she kind of like mid like skip, like kind of like launches herself
oh,
up.
I love her.
Sort of, oh.
What is it?
Brae, can that happen to me?
Oh, I gotta see. I'll like keep as much distance as I can and like go over and look.
Yeah, make a stealth check.
Oh, guidance.
Sure.
14.
14.
Yeah.
Okay. They do not seem to notice you. Or sorry, I should say it does not notice you.
Yeah.
As this fused kind of just mass. It almost has like the gibbering mouther look.
Ew.
Where it has a vaguely humanoid appearance. It seems in a moment of starvation. It's like when the body like uses its own fat reserves. These creatures sort of like use whatever reserves they have, which are in this case each other. And it's sort of this like fused kind of mass. There's limbs, and it looks like it's mobile enough to move.
Ew.
But well within the realm of not being considered a succubus or incubus anymore.
Yeah.
Vanessa's like, Brae, can we help them?
Help them how?
Sort of, I don't know. I don't want to be like that.
Like put them out of their misery?
Igmarel like just kind of like draws her sword. Is that what we're going to do?
Yeah, I guess we can. I'll like sneak back over. Oh, it's 30 feet. I'll cast haste on Igmarel again. Does it? What does it do if you upcast it?
Nothing. Or more targets. I think it's just nothing.
No, it's nothing. Okay, I'll cast it at 3rd level, and then I'm going to bonus action, Eldritch Blast, pew pew.
Sure.
So it's 2 bolts, 3 beams. 3 dice. How convenient.
Okay.
And how far away am I? Like,
you can be kind of midway up the stairs if you want.
Sure.
So like 30 feet away from it.
Yeah, that sounds good. 23 was the lowest.
Sure.
So 23 more than that and way more than that.
Definitely some hits.
All 3?
Yes.
Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 10 plus 18. We've got 9, 7, and 7. 23 points
23
plus 18. No, 18 plus. Yeah, sorry. 23.
What kind of damage?
Wait. 7, 14, 17, 18, 19, 20, 7, 14. Yeah, 23 plus 18.
What kind of damage?
Whatever Eldritch Blast does. Force.
That's force. Okay.
So 23, 30, 41 damage.
41. Oh, jeez. Okay. I need you to roll initiative.
Ooh, 13.
13. Okay. You get that shot off, and immediately it is going to act. This thing kind of like half standing up. It's got legs and arms kind of like pushing off of things as it begins to move.
Ew.
You can see like a bit of a horn, a bit of a tail.
Yeah.
As it's just like trying to shamble around.
It's so gross!
It is going to like reach a grasping hand out in the direction of Igmaral, who needs to make a wisdom saving throw. You watch as Igmaral's blade kind of like drops a little bit. She kind of like turns and looks at you.
Don't do it.
That is going to be this creature's turn.
Uh-huh.
What was your initiative?
13.
13. Oh boy. It goes Igmaral, Ornessa, then you. So Igmaral is going to approach you.
Can I drop haste?
I want to see concentration rules. I'm going to see if you have to do it on your turn. Oh, you can end concentration at any time.
I'm gonna drop haste.
Yep.
She's
she
turning on
gets
me.
like a step towards you, and
Yeah.
you drop, and she's, I guess, incapacitated for that turn.
Incapacitated for that
Or
round.
she can't take actions. At which point, it's Ornessa's turn. She is going to fly down. You can see that Igmaral's still like...
Can you charm her instead, please?
It's like, I can't charm people who aren't humanoid.
Ah!
And she's going to claw tail. Oh, no, she's fine. As Ornessa's going to launch herself at this thing, and it's like clawing at it and tailing at it. She does get her tail like wrapped around it, so it is grappled.
Sweet.
Kind of straining against your tail. She's going,
Yeah.
Brae, can we like split them apart or?
I have no idea.
It is now your turn.
I'm going to cast.
So with the combat music going.
Nice. I'm gonna cast. I'm guessing she's in my way of it.
No. There's a bit
No?
of a triangle with you, Igmaral, and this thing.
How far
Or
away
this
is
is above.
Igmaral from me?
She probably only got like 5 feet forward, so probably still about like 35.
I move 30 feet back.
You're now at the entrance then.
Yeah, can I still see the thing there?
Not 30 feet back, but you could see it on your way up.
Cool. On my way up,
Or you can get to the top of the balcony.
Oh, no, you know what? I'm gonna need a wisdom save from Igmaral.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and polymorph her into a frog.
Okay. That is going to be a 14.
That's fair.
Okay.
So she's a frog.
Into a little frog.
Mm-hmm.
Which is staring daggers at you.
Because frogs can't do damage.
Yeah. It can hop aggressively.
It can hop aggressively. And then I'm going to, again, bonus action, I'm gonna Eldritch Blast this thing.
Sure.
17, 26, and 30.
6 misses.
17, 26, and 30?
Oh, 26 and 30. Yeah, they all hit.
I don't think I can roll 6.
I was gonna say.
18 plus 11.
18 and 11.
Mm-hmm. So
Okay. 70 damage taken. This thing is now looking kind of bloodied.
and yeah, I mean it goes far back as I can go while still seeing it.
Sure. Then it goes to this thing's turn, which is going to lash out at Ornessa. 19 to hit.
Try and get away from it, Ornessa.
Ornessa's going to take 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
How's she looking? Oh, she's probably okay.
She's okay.
Yeah.
Igmarel's not looking as hot because she's had some damage in the last fight.
Mm-hmm. Not much, though.
A little bit.
Something, wasn't it?
Yeah, somewhere in there.
It's okay,
It is
she's a
now.
frog.
It is now Frogmerel's turn. And it is just going to hop. Hop with a dash. I believe it can move 40 feet.
Nice.
It's 20 feet movement speed. I think that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Am I going to look it up? Yes.
Come on, you were just one.
I was one in a previous game. 20 feet, yeah. So it's dashing 40 feet up.
Yeah.
You watch as it goes up the staircase, and it's kind of like approaching you now, but still like a little ways off. Because you were like 35 feet before. So
Yeah.
it's kind of where you were.
Okay.
Just on the steps. With that, it goes Igmarel, then it goes Ornessa, then it goes you. So it goes Ornessa with the 3 attacks.
Hit him and then back up, Ornessa.
So I think she only gets... Okay, yeah. Well, she gets 1 hit. For a little bit of damage. Cool. It is now your turn.
It is now my turn.
Yes.
Let's just have some fun.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. What's this one? How close is Ornessa to the thing? Like on it still?
She's like 5 feet. She's kind of like flying above it with her tail wrapped around it.
Oh, above it?
Yeah.
Cool. Not gonna cast Ice Storm.
Okay. Fair.
You know,
she would have landed, so she is next to it.
I know. I'll just do. Let's do. What's this one? I'm gonna cast Mischief of Maris, so it hits it and not the thing.
Sure.
Because why not?
Cool. What's it have to do?
It needs to. I need to roll on the table.
Ooh, D4, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
That's a 2.
Ooh.
Clouds of glitter appear all around the creature in the cube. Must succeed on a dexterity saving throw.
It fails.
And is blinded.
Oh.
As glitter lands in their eyes.
Yeah, it is not immune to blinded.
Cool. And then it's... whose turn is it?
After you, it goes it.
Mm-hmm.
And it is going to try and escape this grapple. No, it's going to attack.
Oh.
Yeah. No, it'll try and escape the grapple because it can do that while blinded.
Yeah.
It can't really attack while blinded. Yes, and it will like kind of like squirm and like heave off the tail, and then begin moving up the steps, kind of in your general direction because it knows where the shot came from. But Ornessa gets an opportunity attack. It will hit. Ooh, for a cool minimum damage. Okay. This thing is not looking great, but you can start to see like it's not so much bloody as it's starting to like split apart.
I hope it's not Two-Face fighting. So it's starting to come up the stairs.
Yeah, sort of like stumbling up aimlessly, but in the direction of the stairs.
Okay, I'm going to... Is it my turn?
Yep.
Let's do a saucy little Eldritch Blast. The lowest rolled was an 18.
18 definitely hits.
And then the rest are both higher.
Yep.
Cool. So 18 points of damage plus 10, 18. So 36.
36.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. That is... Okay, so it's not looking the best. Is that your full turn?
You know what?
Does Mischief of Maris pop a second time?
No, because it's not on him.
Ah.
Oh, which technically I think it's a concentration spell, which I didn't realize.
Did you have another concentration spell?
Polymorph.
Ah. Then
Apologies.
she's back.
I'm gonna bonus action and cast Polymorph again.
Okay.
Because I just did Eldritch Blast.
Yep.
But I'm gonna upcast. No, I'm not gonna upcast it. Never mind.
Cool. Another fail.
Frog.
She bursts out, and she's like, turns to look at you. There's like confusion in her face. She doesn't want to be doing this, but she knows that she's like holding the blade.
Yeah.
And then back into a frog.
Okay. And that's my turn.
Okay, after you goes it.
Mm-hmm.
And it is going to scramble up the steps, kind of dashing as it does. It goes real quick. Dashing doesn't quite get it to you, but it's within like 15 feet of you.
Cool.
At that point, it's dash, it's all I can really do. It's still blind. How long is it blinded for? If you're not concentrating, I assume.
Technically I would be concentrating on Mischief of Maris.
Well, then you cast Polymorph.
Oh, yeah, so then it's gone, so I would assume.
Yeah.
Blind until the start of my next turn.
Sure.
So it's not blinded anymore.
Yeah. In that case... Okay, cool. Yeah, it's like getting ready to attack you, but it's like, on the prowl. Igmarel's gonna go. Hop up the steps. It can skip those last few steps because it's got a 5-foot standing leap. So he's kind of like right in front of you on the banister here. And it will just kind of like webbed feet out, kind of like on your foot.
Ew.
But it can't do anything else besides that.
I'm not going to kick it off. Yeet!
That's her turn. As Ornessa's going to like kind of swoop in and will land like kind of right next to you. Perched on the railing. Kind of like doing the little Spider-Man, like knees up kind of thing. I'm going to keep getting it.
Yeah, make sure you stay out of reach of its attacks.
I have to get close though. She kind of like gets up. She gets a kind of claw, tail. We'll show tail first.
Can she bonus action go ethereal?
Oh, she can, yeah. So she just will choose not to grapple it. She will miss with one of those. It's 14 damage. It's taken 130 damage, and it's not looking good as she is on the ethereal plane.
Awesome.
I believe that goes to your turn then.
Meow meow meow! Pew pew pew! Yeah, why not? The lowest is an 18.
Yep, all 3 hit.
8, 6, and 5. So 18, got 26, 32, 37 points of force.
How would you like to do this?
As it's like shambling all of its legs up the stairs, a frog lands on my foot. Ornessa, claw claw, pew! I'll just go, yo! Pew pew pew! And 3 Eldritch Blasts.
Yeah, as you strike this thing, it kind of like falls down, like kind of writhing. As you watch, have you ever seen The Thing?
The Thing? Is that a movie?
The movie The Thing? No.
No.
Okay. Kind of like the whole body kind of like stretches and peels apart, forming rapidly as these 2 succubi kind of like shapeshift.
Succubi?
Yes, back into themselves.
The girls?
Yes. And kind of like crumple up, seemingly deceased.
Seemingly deceased.
They're separate, as they kind of like split apart. Both have roughly the same appearance, kind of like red hair, rough, kind of pale skin.
Can I cast Mage Hand?
Yeah.
And poke it?
And make this little mage hand that goes down.
Goes to fly down. Poke, poke.
One moment here.
Oh.
Poke, poke. There's no response. Ornessa will kind of puff back. The frog is still at your feet.
Yeah, I'll go poke the other one.
Yeah, no response.
I'll pick up the frog.
Yeah.
And just put it on the ground.
Yeah.
And stop concentrating on polymorph.
You kind of like, Igmarel kind of like pops out.
Sorry, you had a little murder in your eyes.
She kind of like,
but for me,
hands you the blade hilt first. Brae, if I have raised my hand against you.
You didn't. I turned you into a frog.
That was very merciful of you. If it should happen again, kind of like sword at your chest.
I'll like grab the hilt,
Yep.
like pull it back and like tilt it
eyes
down to the
already.
like dink onto the ground.
It cracks the ground.
Even like a light.
Yeah, because it's adamantine, so it kind of like makes a little dent. She kind of like takes it, stands. I thank you for your mercy.
You're welcome. It wasn't your fault. It wasn't by your own choosing.
No.
Some of us can't be. Some of us aren't as strong-minded as others.
There's a little as Ornessa kind of like is like looking down at the two figures here.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh, see, they're people. Well, they're like me. But
Yeah, sorry about that.
sorry.
Well, I don't know if
Brae.
you have like.
Well, I don't know them.
Okay, cool. I wasn't sure if it was like a race thing, like your sisters, because you're just succubi,
Well,
or...
I guess they're my sisters, but like several times removed.
Okay.
Just so you know, this is an educational moment. When I say I'm hungry, I don't want to turn out like these.
Oh, I won't let that happen.
Okay, good.
To the best of my abilities.
Okay. You've been much better about that lately.
I have.
Should we... We don't have a way to bring them back, do we?
I don't, unfortunately.
Okay. Well, I'll like... You can like... Picks one up, kind of cradling it. Like lead it over and kind of like sets her down on like one of the couches there.
Mm-hmm.
And takes the other one and kind of like... Sits her on the opposite couch.
Aww.
This is a little like... Little prayer. Puts a little hand on one of their heads. Well... It's okay. We did what we could. Do we want to check out that vault now?
Yes.
Okay. As she will kind of like head over. The door's like partially open.
Mm-hmm.
Are you poking in?
Igmo, go look.
Igmo kind of sing sword out, kind of opens it up.
Anyone in there?
Kind of like blade out, kind of like turns. No, nothing here.
I'll enter.
Okay. There is. It looks like this place has been thoroughly looted.
Looted?
Yes. Like people have been in and out taking everything.
Mm-hmm.
All that's really in here, a bunch of empty shelves, a bunch of empty cabinets. There is like an actual physical vault that's been opened.
Mm-hmm.
Clear signs of paintings having been removed from walls. There is one little stone altar at the very back of this room. It's almost built like a hallway.
Yeah.
A curved little alcove at the back. Stone altar.
With a chest.
Written above it in, I would say probably celestial, is a phrase.
I can read it.
You can read it?
I can read it.
Good, good. All it says is, to know my secrets, answer the grim riddle.
What's on the pedestal?
Nothing. Just like a flat altar.
Can I like walk over to it?
Yeah.
I think I have a dagger. I got a dagger.
Yeah.
Can I like cut my hand and place it on the altar?
You kind of slice the hand and place it down.
Yeah.
As you do, this is going to trigger 2 glyphs of warding.
Oh,
The
no.
first one is going to be Force Cage. There's no save, just a wall of force severs you from Igmerl and Ornessa. So you're now trapped here. I'll find the exact wording for Force Cage. Immobile. Oh, it's invisible too. Cube-shaped prison, magical force. Selects your little alcove as the area.
Yeah.
You are completely inside the cage's area, so you are trapped. You can't leave it by non-magical means. And if you try and teleport, you gotta make a charisma saving throw against Valencia's safe DC.
Oh no.
It's only 23.
I can beat that.
You probably could, yeah.
I don't have to roll that high either.
As that happens, there's a very subtle little... As at the base of the pedestal, a little stone door opens. As a second glyph, cast Demiplane.
Oh.
As these little doors kind of open a crack, You can see light coming from within. Meanwhile, Igmarel and Ornessa are panicking. Igmarel's like hands are kind of pressed up against this invisible wall. Ornessa keeps popping in and out. Like,
Oh,
Brae,
no,
I can't-
ethereal.
I can't get in.
It's okay. I'm okay.
You sure?
So far.
Okay.
So the door just opens.
It opens just a little bit.
Is there any light or anything coming from inside?
Yeah, a little bit of light.
Can I like look in?
Open up. It's a very small demi-plane.
Mm-hmm.
All that's within is a small black chest of polished wood with a gold trim all around it.
Ooh.
Little plaque over what would be a keyhole, but it's just kind of a latch.
Mm-hmm.
It just says Brae.
Can I like poke my dagger in first?
You poke your dagger in.
Does anything happen? No. Okay, I'll put my dagger away and I'll reach in and I'll grab it.
It's a small little chest.
Yeah.
You pull it out. At this point, as soon as you've pulled it out, putting your hand on it would probably activate a glyph of warding. To just check if it's Brae. Yes. Sink, and then you hear a little pop, pop, pop. Nothing happens. Pull it out, and as soon as the chest is out, Ornessa's over your shoulder, and so is Igmarel. Because as soon as it's out, it deactivates the force cage.
This is so cool.
As you're holding this little chest here,
I'm not opening it yet.
you're not opening it yet.
No.
Okay. You just have it then.
Oh, I gotta know. I'll like open it.
You will open it?
Yeah.
Okay.
With Igmarel and Ornessa touching my shoulders.
Okay, they're both kind of like peering.
Oh.
There is a small little envelope
Oh, just in case the teleported us
stamped
anywhere.
with the seal of the Summerwell house. Purple ink. The 3 petals flower.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing else besides on a little velvet cushion.
Can I like inspect the box? There's nothing else in it on it.
Doesn't look like it, just this little letter.
I'm gonna put it back in the box, close it up, and put it in my bag, and head back out.
Alright.
I want to go to where her chambers would be.
Okay. As you open the door back to the lobby here, you can see the incubus kind of like inspecting the two. Kind of like leaning over one of them.
Pretty gross, hey?
Yes, it won't be happening to me.
I hope not. You seem quite friendly.
Oh. And you should... No, it's telepathically like... Brae, stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
I have to assert my dominance.
Brae, you can do that with me.
Probably spiked your sound.
Sort of... You can talk to me later when I look like that.
Well, he can't charm me. You can't charm me, so I doubt he can.
She's still kind of like cradling the arm. He's just sort of like... I'll tell you what. I can be... friendly. I just don't have a where.
A where?
Yes. I can be friendly here, but I don't think this will last.
Ah, I don't think so. I think... Well, to be honest, I don't know if they'll... I don't know what they'll do with you. Or try it.
Well, perhaps friendly can be advantageous. Perhaps friendly can be helpful.
Helpful, you say?
Well, depends on what you're looking for. We can just assume that Ornessa's steady stream of
No.
profanities and are just kind of like...
Stop, run, get away, go!
He's dangerous.
And you're not.
The tail's kind of like curling angrily around you, just kind of like scribbling
slap,
around.
slap.
Igmarel doesn't hear any of this. She's just kind of like standing guard.
Mm-hmm.
The tail's kind of like lifting your head up, like his eyes are up there, Brae. Sort of. I think. Kind of like looks up at the double doors. Well, I know we'll meet again. Because you'll be coming through those doors.
Oh.
But Shall I expect you somewhere?
If I need you, I'll find you.
All right.
I may have use for your talents
So
at some point.
Gives a faint smile. Sort of, my talents are yours. And he will kind of like, arms out, kind of lean back and into the ethereal plane. Vanessa sort of like waits for a minute, and you watch it kind of, he's gone. Brae, we shouldn't see him again. He's not good for you.
A little jealous, are we?
Beat Ray, just yes.
Don't worry. It's not for me that I could use his talents.
Sort of like thinking, oh. Like looks Igmoral up and down?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Like
More inquisitive.
oh, okay. I can be inquisitive too.
Oh, if there's ever a situation that I don't want to put you in because it might be dangerous.
Oh, so he's like disposable.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're
Okay.
not.
I feel a little better about
Don't worry, I'll give her a little pat on the cheek.
You can like, oh.
I would like to go to her chambers and study.
Sure. The main doors lead to sort of what we'll call the throne room, or the closest thing to it, where there are offshoots that lead to like the bedroom, study, all that.
Yeah.
As you kind of open the door, there is a grand sort of throne carved with like gold like hands and like skull faces kind of protruding from
Ew.
it.
Is this Summerwell's throne?
This is Valencia's throne.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Was it when in my dreams in Barovia, was this the throne I was seeing, or was it like the Silk Fleet's throne?
It was the Silk Fleet's
Okay.
throne. Yes. Standing before it, in a full kind of like almost like a nun garb, like the white kind of head wrappings.
Oh, is it the blind?
Yes, this is
Ooh.
Valencia's personal attendant and maid, Uventa.
Yeah. Uventa.
She sits, eyes blindfolded in white, kind of like hands like in her sleeves, sort of. Brae.
Uventa.
Like takes a few steps forward, like reaches her hands out,
I'll grasp her hand.
takes your hand. It's wonderful to have you here.
I wish it was under better circumstances.
Yes, I was told that you might come.
By.
Valencia, before she left,
Oh.
she told me a terrible thing,
Oh?
that your mother might not revive her if she were to perish.
And why wouldn't she do that?
I cannot say.
They were friends.
The closest friends. Valencia loved your mother.
And I thought Lyra her.
I as well. But she left you a note I was instructed to show you.
Oh.
You may cut my hand upon the altar.
Oh, I have it.
Oh.
Yeah, I figured it out.
She has your hand, so she probably feels the blood
Yeah.
flying on.
Oh, I guess I took 1 point.
Yeah, 1 point of slashing.
Oh, no I don't.
You're immune. Which creates an interesting situation with how you'd hurt yourself. But
I'll just get the adamantine blade.
Yeah, you kind of pinch yourself real hard.
Yeah. Is Igmarel's magic for the purposes of overcoming resistances?
Yes.
Yes, I'll just Igmarel's blade.
That
is terrifying, actually, now that I think about it.
Yeah. She sort of, I came here to pray to Lyra. She kind of like looks with that blindfold. There is a shrine to Lyra in the corner of this throne room. A small, humble one. Sort of, Valencia used to pray there from time to time.
It just doesn't make sense. I've seen her bring back all numbers of creatures. I've seen her, or I've heard she brought someone back from different planes even when she used her divine intervention to bring Sar.
Yes. Yeah. So yes, there are many stories of Lyra cheating death with her magic for others as well as for herself, just with miraculous feats that she performed. I don't see why this would be different. Could it be something happened to her powers? Are they waning?
Not as far as I know, but, well, I have yet to chat with her. I have some business to take care of before that.
Yes. Well, whatever the circumstances might be, know that you have my support and the support of the House of Summerwell.
Thank you. That means a lot.
She kind of gives like a faint kind of smile. There's some like the tears.
Her bandage is a little wet.
Yeah.
And what of you? You continue to serve Lady Sorelia?
I suppose, yes. I was not given clear instructions as to where I would head after this. I have served the Summerwell House for, 2 generations now. And if I serve Sorelia's children, I will serve a 3rd. But until then, I am to wait here to oversee the deconstruction of this place.
I'll grab her hands and say, if for some reason you need somewhere else to go, my ship, my home, is open for you.
Sort of like, kind of like very hesitantly, kind of like just a hug.
I'll give her a hug.
The hug. As she does, you can hear this hissing sound coming from under the wrappings.
Yeah.
She's a Medusa.
What? We didn't fight her at one point.
Yeah, you did. You would also probably know, because Valencia's pretty open about it, the gold throne behind you has some real people in it.
Like,
she doesn't
entombed in gold?
She doesn't petrify people as stone. She petrifies people as gold. So the throne, the hands and whatnot are like...
actual people.
Set the hand up, make them look kind of thing.
Oh, that's so wicked.
Yeah.
In like every sense of the word.
Oh yeah. But otherwise she's very soft-spoken. She's very professional.
Anything look like it's breakable? I'm just kidding. Rip a hand off.
Yeah. As she's sort of saying this, so there's a down the hall, like sort of around behind where the throne is. Sort of that will be Lyra's guard that has been sent here.
To do what?
To clean up the rest of Valencia's belongings.
Is that like the direction of her chambers and study and stuff? Yeah. I'll head down there.
Your first stop will be the study on the way. Every book has been pulled away. There's
Rude.
Nothing left. Like there's not even like there's a candle holder where like the candle's been discarded and the candle holder's been taken.
Oh my goodness, they really are
they've
executing this well.
Yes. Very quickly, hastily one might say.
Yeah.
There aren't any signs of the guards, but you can hear them from the bedchamber.
I will go to where the bedchamber is.
Are you stealthing up?
No.
Okay. As you're walking down, you can hear them kind of like this kind of bickering, and it kind of like silences. As this young guard kind of like pokes his head around the corner. In his arm, he's got like a dress kind of draped. And then in his hand, he's got just like a cushion that he's kind of holding on to.
Like a pillow?
Yeah. Sort of like, oh, my Lady Brae.
Rather hastily getting rid of this, are we? Taking no time to mourn Lady Valencia?
We all mourn Lady Valencia. There's like 2 more guards who kind of like poke their heads out. So, we've just been ordered to act swiftly in this.
Why?
It was of the utmost importance that we remove any dangerous artifacts in the event that Sorelia were to take control of this ship.
You want to take the artifacts from Sorelia?
We were ordered to remove any belongings for Sorelia's review and to ensure that there were no traps laid around here.
So taking cushions falls under traps?
Potentially. We found a number of traps. Several members of our guard were killed.
Oh, I did see those.
Yes, and many more further down, and all levels of this airship are trapped and full of hostile demi-planes. There's a demi-plane entirely made up of razor blades that ate one of ours.
Oh my gosh, I love Valencia.
Yes, it's terrifying, really.
Yes, she was quite powerful.
In any case, yes, we've been ordered to clear out the last of this here. And you can hear a fourth guard. So it sounds like there's like 3 guards and then another one you haven't seen. So it's like, yes, there's no traps in here, no more glyphs anyway. If someone just wants to take this, and you hear a little like jangling sound as one of the guards kind of heads out.
I was hoping for a memento of my aunt.
Immediately, he kind of like shares a look with the other one. Sort of, I don't think we can allow that.
Why? Just a dress.
We've kind of like holds it. We've been instructed not to.
By
your mother. Specifically to provide you with any of Valencia's belongings that might be kind of like trailing off dangerous.
A dress is dangerous.
Your mother would know that better than anyone.
That's fair. You got me there.
I apologize.
Can I arcana the dress he's holding?
Yeah.
Is it like...
I can check.
Crit.
There's nothing to say it might be magical, this one.
Nothing to say it might be magical? No. Has it looked like they've kind of like peeked through, raided most of her closet yet?
You're looking through, everything's been stripped. There is this... One of the guards is dressed more like a mage. He's got the holy symbol of Lyra. And he's holding like a platinum symbol of Lyra that they seem to have pulled from underneath the cushions. Something like a personal...
Token.
Yeah. That he's handing to one of the guards. He kind of sees you. His eyes kind of like stare for a minute. I'm sorry there, my lady. We've been instructed, no, you shouldn't be here.
Well, I was told my dues were on the ship, so I just came to look for them.
Your dues?
My box. My chest.
No, I don't believe your box was on the ship. We made sure that there was nothing of that sort.
On insight. What these? No. 8.
Can't read them.
Yeah.
As far as he knows, you don't have a box.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting. You said my mother forbade me from having anything of my aunt's?
Lady Lyra instructed us to make sure that the items were safe before they be distributed among the inheritors.
And where did you put her clothes? There's just a dress she had I would love to wear in her honor, remember her by.
Sort of,
I'm in like meta. I'm not looking for any of her Valindra dresses.
Yeah.
I just want a pretty dress.
Yeah. Yeah, but he's sort of like thinking.
But meta, but he can think what he thinks.
Yeah. Right. I don't believe we're able to give that information away.
I'll kind of just look at him, give like a glare to the guard closest to me, turn on my heel, and head out.
Sure.
Can I stop, turn back, grab the cushion out of his hand?
Sure.
And walk away.
So, one of them will be like, "Hey, my lady, you have to give that back."
Give him the finger and keep walking, not even look around.
You're walking back. Igmarel's there, like blade half drawn, like he's following you.
He can do what he pleases.
As he kind of like runs around the corner, sees Ornessa and Igmarel kind of like staring at him with 2 very different looks. One angrily, one we'll say hungrily, and will immediately kind of stop and kind of stumble back a little bit. And you see him running down the...
I want to go and try and find... Well, I'll go up to find Glimmer and Miria.
Sure. They're at the top deck here. It is very late at night. Like it's like you were awoken. It's been a few hours since then, or maybe like an hour. So probably like 1 or 2 in the morning kind of thing. Yeah. Glimmer is kind of like breathing very heavily. Miria kind of like turns on her heel and sort of like gives a little like salute, like hello.
Hello. You've been here for a little bit now, yeah?
Yeah, I've lived here most of my life.
Well, like, I mean, on the ship while they were taking stuff off.
Oh, yes.
Where did they bring her clothes? Did you see?
She kind of like points down to like some wardrobes.
Okay.
But I haven't seen much in the way of clothes. I was thinking that might have been one of the first things they took. I imagine they would go to your mother.
Interesting. Nothing was left to Lyra, was it? Or some stuff was left to Lyra.
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's go find her, shall we? I have a room on the Ivory Justice. Would you... Are you going to stay here, Miria? Glimmer, you're welcome to come. We can find you lodging.
Miria sort of, I've not officially, she kind of like looks at her uniform. I've not officially been dispatched back to the ship. As far as I can tell, I serve you until further notice.
Lovely. Why don't you come stay on the Ivory Justice? We've got a lovely array of rooms.
I could use some sleep, yes?
Let's go.
And Glimmer sort of like, yes, this is your mother's ship.
Yes. It's quite wonderful, actually.
Oh, yes, I would love that. And the 5 of you will regroup and start to head down.
Yeah.
There's no sign of Victor. As you make your way onto the Ivory Justice, would you describe the Ivory Justice for us?
The Ivory Justice is a large regal ship, and its whole hull is made of this just polished ivory, large mast. Not really mast. I guess it does have a mast.
Yeah.
Kind of spearing to the sky. No sails, because it's an airship. It's just kind of got the look of it.
Yep.
No weapons that you can see. The whole deck and everything is made of... It's covered in moss, made of wood. It almost looks like a meadow aboard this ship. Everything is very natural looking and, you know, the embodiment of a goddess's grove made shiply. Yeah, kind of a wall of flowers and vines hanging at the back of the vessel.
As you are sort of hanging around, Vanessa's just kind of like locked arms with you there. Igmarel's kind of hovering over your shoulder, and Miria and Glimmer kind of hanging behind. Vanessa's sort of like, Brae, are you going to read the letter?
Yeah, in my room.
Okay.
But I want to find my mom. Can I like flag down one of the like plants?
Yes, there's these sort of plant servants.
And listener, so you know, all of the kind of attendants on this ship are sentient plants. There are people and soldiers and stuff, but like those who maintain and serve and upkeep the ship are living plants. So I'll flag down a little bush guy.
Kind of shambles over.
Could you please show my friends to some of the guest rooms?
Kind of like looks. Which of your friends are you? All 4?
All 4.
Sure. Kind of like little branchy hand, kind of like waves them, kind of as this little.
The ones closest to mine, if they're free.
Yeah, you kind of, and they kind of all follow.
Nice.
Leaving just you.
I will enter my mother's shrine.
Sure. Do you have the box under your arm?
It's in everything.
Bag of holding.
I don't have a bag of holding.
Ooh.
I'm gonna actually go to my room.
Sure.
Offload everything.
Cool.
And hide it in my room. Telepathy to Ornessa.
Yep. Brae.
Can you come to my chambers, please?
She's already there.
Nice.
Already
there?
I wasn't waiting.
I need to go speak with my mother. Could you watch this? Make sure no one touches it.
Kind of like pulls it all in onto her lap. Like, you okay?
Can you go on to the ethereal with it?
She's gone.
Beautiful.
Anything she's wearing or carrying.
Yeah. Stay there for the time being, please.
Okay.
And I'll head back up and open my mother's grove.
As you enter into this grove, your mother is there in meditation.
Does anything happen when we enter the ship? Because we don't have the new password. Or did she give us the new password? I don't remember what happens.
Ooh, she probably would have given you the new password. Because there is forbiddance on it, I believe.
Yeah.
Cool. So I very quickly pull up her stat block.
Whose?
Lyra's.
Oh, yeah.
She sort of... I assume you're not stealthing.
No.
I assume if you were stealthing...
I am not stealthing. I am kind of... not angrily, but like...
Striding up.
Curtly? Is that a word? Like, to the point. Like, going.
Already kneeling at the other side of the shrine is Enon.
Is...
Enon. Who's kind of like looking up at her. He's a little like, definitely red in the eyes.
With Lyra?
Yes. As Lyra sort of... Brae?
Mother.
I was wondering when you might arrive.
I just had some business to take care of.
It's very late.
It is.
Why don't you get some sleep?
I was hoping we could chat.
At this hour?
Yes.
About what?
About Auntie V.
What about her?
And I'll like start welling up.
Oh, I see. Is this a deception?
Yeah. Because she's angry, but trying to like fake.
Yeah.
But her insight's probably way too good. 21.
28.
Yeah. Her insight's 14.
She's not gonna. She's still very sympathetic towards you, but like you can see it's not landing.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of. Yes, what happened was a shock. We have a number of.
And you didn't bring her back.
I haven't brought her back.
Why?
I have to turn this over to Lyra's player.
I mean, you can play it how you want. Basically, Lyra's seeing in the last little bit what's happened to Brae and would know, I'm assuming, of Valencia's involvement.
Yes.
Kind of going to Barovia, and then she comes back like this, and they've been having lots of meetings and stuff, so... It would be... She's feigning inability. That's her, like, reason.
Yes.
But,
she'll
the reason is because Brae's gone bad.
She'll kind of... Brae takes a... I'm not sure if the magic I use to revive others can be used to revive a Lich. If I'm being honest, I don't think it can be.
But you brought other people back. Why can't you bring her? Why isn't she coming back?
She is...
What is...
a creature of undeath. When she became a Lich, she ceased to be alive.
What?
It's very complicated, but I don't believe my magic can bring back someone who has died in that way, been dead for that long. But if you pursue the path of religious fulfillment, you'll learn that we have certain spells we can cast that do raise the dead. However, Valencia's case is a special one due to her lichdom.
Is it common knowledge that she's a Lich?
It's rumored, but Lyra would know for sure. Mm-hmm. And then I assume Brae would know too.
Brae would know for sure.
Yeah.
But she's trying to discern if her mom would know that she knows.
Yeah.
You know, like...
Okay, yeah.
Assume maybe she'd... Put the piece... I don't know.
You want to make an insight check?
Yeah. I'm gonna fail. 12.
12. What's...
Lyra's deception is like +6, I think.
It's +2.
Oh, really?
So you tie.
Hmm.
So you succeed. You're trying to figure out if Lyra knows.
If Lyra's trying to, like, gauge Brae's reaction, or if Lyra would know that Brae knows that Valencia's a Lich.
Yeah, there's some of that going on for sure.
That going on. Yeah.
Lyra will stand up and walk over to you. So, Brae.
She'll start in the conversation of, like, can't be brought back Lich, or she'll probably start crying real tears.
Yes.
Because she is dead.
Yes.
Did you even try?
She's walking over to you. She will put you in a hug. Sort of, Brae, I served with your mother.
Auntie?
Your aunt. I served with Lady Summerwell for many, many years.
Did you even try?
Brae, I fought alongside her. Of course I tried.
Insight. 17.
natural 16. That +2 deception.
Oh no! It would have been so fun if she realized. Cool.
Not quite.
Yeah.
As,
So she did try.
she will kind of hold you in that hug.
Is there any way to reach her?
Brae, I
Say
think...
goodbye?
Brae, if there
I
is...
didn't even get to say goodbye.
I'm sorry, Brae.
Didn't get to say goodbye.
Sort of like pulled away and just like holding your face. Brae, there's much to be done. Perhaps there is a way to receive word from her.
Can you use your pool? She followed you. I know she did. I saw her. I've seen her shrine. I know you can do things with your pool. Can you bring her? Can we talk to her?
Brae, I think you should get some sleep.
No. You're not answering my question.
I think we should take some time.
I'll like pull back from her.
Yes. We should assess this. Find out exactly. I was very worried for your safety.
Mom, you were there. Why couldn't you stop it? Who's powerful enough to take both of you on?
But even that is a dangerous question.
Who?
She won't say. She's just kind of like, shakes her head like, Brae, please.
Mom, please.
It's nothing that should concern you. We're going to keep you safe. And Enin,
How did you leave if she didn't?
I was able to escape the situation. And I am working to make sure that it does not happen again.
Are you still in trouble? Are we still in trouble?
Brae, I won't let anything happen to you.
So that's a yes. Who's coming after us? I should know if I should be on the lookout.
Brae, you should not worry.
Not worry?
If
Someone killed Valencia. And you can't bring her back? And I shouldn't be worried?
it's kind of like, oh, we'll roll the temper check. Brae, go to your room.
I'm an adult. I can do what I want.
Brae, you need to take some time. We're going to sort this all out. Valencia is gone, yes. But we need to take stock of the situation to determine...
Why did you get rid of her stuff so quickly?
We haven't gotten rid of anything just yet.
Why did you pull it all out? They said you were looking for any items, traps.
Who are you speaking to?
Your guards?
Where was this?
Doesn't matter.
Brae, were you on board the Glorious?
Why did you clear it out so fast? They said it was your orders.
Brae,
You
Valencia...
don't even take time to mourn. You just go straight to sacking her ship.
And like, you inhale. Valencia is not a good influence on you.
Valencia's a better influence than you.
Brae, that is... That kind of talk tests my patience. Really test my patience. I think that Valencia has had a hand in some of your decision making recently.
What decisions would those be?
And like looks plainly at your horns.
A curse.
A curse that wouldn't have happened if you had stayed aboard the fleet.
It wasn't her doing that made me leave the fleet. It was your overbearingness.
I'm not blind to her influence on you. That influence can end now. I don't intend for you to go rooting through Valencia's things.
I just wanted something to remember her by. All I got was... I don't have the pill with me. I left it in my room.
Sort of, we can find something for you to remember her by.
I want one of her dresses.
No.
It's a purple one. It's really pretty.
Sort of
It was the color of Summerwell banner. Can you just ask Auntie Sorelli if I can have a look?
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm gonna re-roll with one of my re-rolls that I get every day. That's better. 24.
24. So we can speak with Lady Sorelia tomorrow.
It's not like your dress or anything. It's just a purple dress.
We will make sure of that. And then we will talk to Lady Sorelia and figure that out.
It can be any of them. I just want a purple one. I just need something.
I think we can arrange something to that extent. Now, please. I have to speak with your brother. She kind of gestures, and is just kind of like staring into the pool. He's also had a very long day, and he has very similar questions to you, but we'll have to. Please. I'll find you tomorrow. We'll find you a dress. We will speak on what happened here, and we can figure out a way to move forward safely.
Can I, my little imp guy just hangs out.
Yep.
Can you talk telepathically to your familiars?
Believe so. I think you can issue them commands.
Cool. So he's invisible.
Mm-hmm.
I want him to go to the corner of the room.
Does Lyra have true sight?
No.
Okay.
I don't think she... I mean, I've never had it prepared.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not a part of her. I think I have it in her...
Oh, it's a spell, but not a passive.
Yeah, I have it in her spell thing, but it's not prepared. And,
sure.
Is this... Nope. I'm just checking. I don't think so. All of these are... Yeah, no. She doesn't have anything like passive true sight.
Okay. You're gonna send the imp out?
He's gonna hang out in the shrine.
Okay.
And I'm gonna quickly run down to my room, and I will hear and see out of his eyes and ears.
Okay. You head down to your room. As soon as you enter, Vanessa kind of like pops back.
I gotta do a thing. And then I'll I'm totally blind and deaf. I'll just sit down on the bed and...
Yeah. That makes you blind and deaf?
I believe so. I don't know.
I believe so, because I think those senses go through.
Yeah.
In which case, you just feel like the little tail kind of drape over your shoulder, and a little hug from behind.
Nice.
Yeah,
during this time you're deaf and blind.
Sure. Up above, you can hear Lyra and Enin talking.
I can see them.
And see them, yes.
Mm-hmm.
As Enin kind of rises, kind of pleading, you sort of you have to at least try. Look, you can say all you want to Brae, but we were to be married. You can't take that away from me. Lyra sort of I'm not taking anything away from you, Enin. Please, watch your tone. Sort of, no, she told me something like this would happen. That there would be bloodshed, and that you would...
Bella's right outside the door.
Oh no. That you would weaken in the face of it. Sort of, Enin. No more. You... Clearly, Brae isn't the only one who Valencia's been an influence on. So if you don't know that... Lyra sort of kind of puts her hand up, sort of, Enin, you're going to get some sleep. And once we have this all sorted out, we can talk about engagement proposals for you. And we'll take things from there. With that, Enin departs. As a cat enters the room.
Ella.
Oh, she's hopping in our closet. Hang on.
Her closet?
That's still going there for some reason. But as that little detour happens, Enin will kind of get up and leave. and your imp will just kind of like be sitting there as Lyra goes back and continues to pray over her pool.
Can I hear what she's saying?
Not really. It's not like she's like reciting things. It's just sort of she's answering prayers or like hearing them.
I'll dismiss him to my pocket dimension.
Sure. And you're back.
Yeah.
As Vanessa's kind of like,
she lied to me.
What do you mean? Who lied to you?
Mom.
Lyra?
She told me she tried to bring her back. She didn't. She lied. She doesn't want her back.
Why wouldn't anyone want Valencia back?
She doesn't like the influence she had over me.
Impression aside, this is what gets Valencia to start to tear up a little bit. She's like, but...
Or Nessa.
She sort of, but Valencia was supposed to... she gave me so many promises of things we'd do together.
You know, she was gonna teach me how to master this.
Kind of like her tail's kind of like wiping her eye.
I'll start crying too. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to expect. Or she was the only person that understood me and knew. Well, even before this, I'll like gesture to my like horns and down my body.
Yeah.
She was the only one that didn't see me just as the daughter of a goddess. She encouraged me to be myself, to know myself, not just Lyra's daughter. And I just don't know what to do. But we can't trust Lyra. We can't trust Mom. She lied to us about this. What else has she lied about?
Well, I don't know, but what do we do? Should we...
Get some rest.
Okay.
I'm going to go for a walk. And I'll use my mark. Oh, give me a second. Uno segundo, por favor.
Oh.
Not use my mark. No, I'm just gonna cast invisibility on myself.
Sure. You invisible.
And I'm going to second level. Yeah. Give me a second. Yeah, I'm casting invisibility on myself, and I'm gonna head up to the deck where all of those wardrobes were.
Sure.
Can I cast?
There are guards posted around them.
Mm-hmm. I would like to. Where are they? Like, are they like actively watching the stuff? Or they're just kind of watching that no one.
They're watching that no one interacts with anything.
Okay.
About 10 feet away from the pile.
Can I? Can I cast? That drops. Can I kind of sneak into the middle of like? Is it clusters kind of like spread out, or is it like heaped on top of each other?
It's spread out in kind of like a line. Like they've like sorted it a little bit.
Okay.
But it's like down like the whole length of this ship here with like guards every like 30 feet or so.
And watching it or watching out?
A bit of both. Most of them are watching out, but some of them are like looking back or like taking peeks at things.
Can I try and very quietly prestidigitation wind?
Okay.
Oh, I guess, wait, casting that breaks invisibility, doesn't it?
Yes. Yeah, so you probably wouldn't want to do that.
Fair. Can I hide somewhere?
Yeah, make a stealth check.
Is it advantage because I'm invisible?
No, it's fine. Because you can hide anywhere while you're...
Oh, I think that's a base 15.
Sure.
So, oh, I forgot I'm not ability. 16.
16? Okay.
You
You feel pretty hidden.
I feel pretty hidden. Can I let's pop my imp out. Invisible. Can he go and hide on the other side of the piles?
Like all the way down?
How,
100 feet down?
Yeah.
Sure. And he'll kind of hide in the pile. Make a stealth check for him.
I don't have his stats. 1 sec.
I can pull it up.
I got it. Lovely. Ooh, that's a base 19.
Okay.
24.
24.
And so it says the imp magically turns invisible until it attacks, or its concentration ends, as if concentrating on a spell.
Yeah, so it's concentrating right now.
So technically, if it casts like polymorph, it doesn't break concentration?
It would, because then it's concentrating on polymorph.
No, sorry, not polymorph, prestidigitation.
Can it cast prestidigitation?
I can.
If you're casting through it, you're fine.
When you cast a spell with a range of touch. Oh, so it has to be touch.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna get it to cast prestidigitation. Like gusts of wind to just start.
Is prestidigitation a range of touch?
Oh, never mind, it's not. I will use prestidigitation to make like a clattering at the just over there.
Sure. And several guys are kind of like turning their heads towards it.
And then can I get my imp to open one of the wardrobes?
Sure. It like swings back on one.
Yeah.
Kind of like clambers inside.
Clambers inside.
You can't see it.
That's okay. Are there dresses in this one?
You switch to his eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, there are a number of like very fine dresses done up here.
Nice. Boo. Does when he goes invisible, do things he's wearing also go invisible? It doesn't specify in the invisibility.
It doesn't specify. I usually
any equipment the imp wears or carries is invisible with it.
Oh, it does specify.
So,
yeah,
I would like to find a purple dress.
Yeah, there's all shades of purple in here, from like summer purple, which is like darker, to like more of a lavender color.
Can he kind of, or me looking through his eyes, kind of see if any of them have like that finely crafted, almost like magical quality of a Valindra dress?
Sure, make an Arcana check. Or you're having him make an Arcana check.
I think it's me.
Yeah, no. If you're looking through it, then yeah.
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 It doesn't really specify. It only specifies for spells.
Sure.
Which one so are you saying it's me or him if I'm looking through his eyes?
I would say you, because you're looking through his eyes.
Cool. Arcana?
Yes.
Well, we have the same stat for that, so. Is guidance a range of touch?
Yes.
Guidance.
Cool.
Oh, I don't have a Arcana the +1, so 12, 16, 17.
17. Yeah, you're not getting any magical vibes off of these. But there is one that's very finely done. It's sort of like a dark purple with like black kind of like highlights along it.
Kind of like, is it like tight? Like, is it like form-fitting or more like A-line?
Most of Valencia's dresses are more form-fitting because they fit with kind of the uniform vibe. So probably something in that more.
Cool.
A little bit of frills toward the bottom, but otherwise.
I'll get him to kind of fly up in the wardrobe a little bit.
Yeah. And
arms in, head through the neck hole.
Yeah, as soon as the second arm goes in, it vanishes.
Nice. And then I'll kind of
flies back to you.
Flies out. At which point I will recast invisibility on myself.
Sure.
And we'll head back to my ship.
Cool. Nice. Some of the guards are like looking around, kind of like, well, how did that door open? And you're like kind of moving over and like, closing up the wardrobe door.
Nice.
They're not the ones with the specific inventory, so they don't know that something's gone wrong yet. But you return to your little wardrobe here, or your room, as you find Ornessa there, holding up old clothes of yours, kind of like posing, kind of like sees you going, yeah, like shoves it.
Look what I got, and I'll like uninvisible the imp.
Oh, Brae, it's so pretty.
It was Valencia's.
Just to cry.
It's mine now.
Well, you'll look wonderful in it.
Oh, can I put it on?
Yeah.
How does it fit?
I don't know. I think you're
Probably similar builds.
Yeah, similar. Worst case, you can get it like tailored, I guess, or a little fixed up. Ornessa adores it.
Amazing.
Sort of like, oh.
If you want something, I mean, you're welcome to grab a dress. I have a lot of old ones from different balls.
Oh,
I'm just assuming I have a lot of clothes because
she's the
goddess and princess.
You can see her. She's like holding them up and like kind of like holding them close to her chest. Like, I love them, Brae.
Just not that green one.
Oh, what's that green one?
Well, it's just my favorite.
Oh, okay. That's fair. She kind of like she has like a bunch of armfuls of them. She's sort of like, oh.
Oh, maybe not that red one either.
Okay.
Thank you.
So,
I'll put it back.
Brae, I think I should go to sleep. It's like 2 a.m.
Yeah, that might not be a bad idea.
Okay. She kind of like curls up on your bed and goes to sleep.
Yeah, I'll go sit on the other side and start doing some shenanigans.
Sure. What kind of shenanigans?
Just spells back and forth.
You are not reading the letter?
Oh yeah, I'll read the letter. Can I be done during a short rest?
Yes.
Cool. I will read that letter.
Okay, I will send you the letter. Enjoy.
Yay. Do I read it out or keep it to myself?
You might want to keep this to yourself. It's 3 pages.
Daniel, holy guacamole.
As you open up Valencia's will.
Oh, I just start tearing up at the first paragraph.
Uh-huh.
And then start bawling at the word permanent.
I will, we'll leave it vague unless there's anything specific you want to share. But as your eyes are kind of glancing over this, we can probably end the session there.
Whew. Great place to
end. As you begin to kind of pour over this.
Am I able to get 8 hours? Or...
Yes, because that'll be the long rest.
Yeah.
But with that, I'll end the official session there.
Nice.
And you can look over that and plan out your next steps where this is concerned.
Beautiful. I'll reset my stuff. That resets at a short rest.
Awesome.
Boop. Or during the day, because I have ones that are daily. Okay.
Cool.
Bye, friends.
Bye-bye.